I'm so happy to introduce, we have Nicole Merzwa.
Yes, there you go.
All right,
nailed
Nicole is with us, who has been working with LaZBoy for over 15 years as an educator who truly knows the questions that me and you, the consumer, really wants to know. But we are talking about LaZBoy, a company that's been around nearly 100 years. And if there was ever an opportunity today, as a Today's Special, which we launch at midnight, we offer the most incredible value. And I always encourage everyone, please go online and do the comparison shopping. We have never done this version before. One of the biggest requests was, I love the LaZBoys that you offer, but our #1 top sellers in retail, and the customer was asking, can you make it wider? And this is the widest we've ever brought to everyone as a Today's Special. So here's the thing, we were chatting about this earlier, and then we're gonna get into all the wonderful benefits. Nicole, you could go anywhere worldwide and basically spend for the power, because we have two versions, the manual or the power. You would pay what you would normally pay for the manual. It's even less expensive for the power that we offer here today. Which is so incredible.
I mean, and one of the great things is we were able to take a lot of our top selling features that if you were to go into a store, all of these features are things that really have to be custom ordered, right? So that's going to cost a little bit more money and take a little bit longer to get, but because of that partnership that we've built with HSN and LaZBoy, we're able to get these great recliners. I'm so excited to bring this one because this has been something that a lot of people have been asking for, to be able to bring it and be able to deliver immediately, which is really exciting.
Which is immediately free shipping and handling. We're going to talk about the white glove delivery. You know it's LaZBoys, so if you're not familiar, you have a full lifetime warranty that comes along with your purchase. And listen, it's HSN. So here's the thing. You're securing this one day only price. You have the opportunity to split your payments up over the next 5 months. And we'll talk about the custom order, how they'll call you beforehand. They'll give you plenty of time notice. And if we also today, if you don't have the HSN charge card, today would be a great opportunity for you to apply, because right now we are offering VIP financing for those that do, which means there would be no interest, no payments over the next 18 months. And we'll break that figure down for you in just a minute. But if you don't have it, you can apply today and take advantage of this incredible, I mean, this is like a lifetime purchase,
right? It really is. I mean, we have so many customers that come in that have, either grown up with LaZBoy or they have their own and they've had their own for 20, 30, 40 years even.
Right, exactly. Okay, let's take a look, if we will, at the manual, just to give you an idea, and then we're gonna break it down, because there's so much to talk about on this incredible Today's Special. So the retail value would typically, in retail, for the Redwood, and this is brand new with us, would be $1,855. Our Today's Special price is nearly $700 off at $1,167. And then with FlexPay, that would be $233 a month. And then if you look at the Power one that we're offering out in retail, this one, it's gonna get, again, be for the manual, which is the Power would be $2,888. Our Today's Special price is $1,660. These are huge savings, Nicole.
Really
I mean,
is.
with all the upgrades, what do you hear about everything? Okay, let's go through colors real quickly, if we can. And then we're gonna get into the nitty gritty and have some fun, right? So you notice immediately the width on here, and we'll give you those measurements. This is the lightest, right?
Right. So this is the stucco color, which, one of the things we see is a lot of people are trying to look into lighten up their homes a little bit. Maybe they have a lot of neutrals in their home, and this is something that's one that you could put in any room in the house and would work for you.
And it has
beautiful, beautiful color.
That look of distressed leather, but the feeling of suede, and guess what? Easy peasy to clean.
Yes, we will get to that, absolutely.
Okay, that one we're most limited in. That one I want to say we have about 100 remaining.
This one's been very popular today.
I can understand. They're all, beautiful choices. So a little bit deeper in color.
Right. So this one to me is kind of like that great taupey color. It's a little bit of a warmer gray undertone to it. Again, great neutral option. Maybe you don't want to go quite as light, just somewhere nice in the middle. This is a really, really great option for that.
Beautiful. Okay, and we're getting some of the deeper colors. This a charcoal?
So this, we're calling ink, but it looks like a charcoal, right? So it's this really, really gorgeous kind of deep gray, little maybe blue undertone to it, but again, a great neutral that maybe you like something a little bit more modern, a little bit more contemporary. You have a lot of grays in your home. This is a perfect addition.
And then lastly, I know also very, very popular,
Whiskey. I mean, what a great, first of all, name for the color, right?
Exactly.
Because that's what it kind of reminds you of. But this color, I really like. This, again, reminds me of, if you've got that old leather bomber jacket that you've worn for years and years, and it's nice and broken in, kind of has that look to it. And then again, that really, really nice soft hand with the suede. Yeah.
This like molds to your body. And we're going to talk about those upgrades. Can we talk about cleaning real fast? Because that's something we don't offer in all the LaZBoys, right? As an upgrade.
Yeah, so actually, and if we walk over here, I'm going to get into a little bit more about how the iClean fabric works. So again, this is something that is a additional option for us. So again, if you're going to going to a store, to be able to get an iClean fabric is something that's a custom option. So I've got a little demo that I'm going to show you here what that means. So with our iClean fabric, this isn't something that's just applied to the fabric, like, you think of some of those sprays that are out there. This is something that actually we treat the fibers. So with that, it's not gonna wear off over time. But if you're, in your home and maybe you're having a party or something like that, or you're enjoying your morning coffee in your LaZBoy and you happen to spill something, right? It's probably happened to all of us. So this is just cranberry juice here, but you can see if I were to spill it on the fabric, it's not soaking in, it just really kind of beads at the surface. So you can take just a plain paper towel and just kind of wipe it up there. And you can see when I run the paper towel through it, it's almost like a magnet. It really kind of just attracts the liquid to it. So I'm gonna just take, the other side and just get off any excess. And one of the things that's really great is you can see there's no additional residue that's left over. So your fabric remains intact, but the other thing that I want to point out is when you look at the underside of the fabric, this is one of the things that we don't always think about. If something was to spill on the fabric, that's what soaks down in. It's going to cause stains. It's going to get to your cushion. But with this, you don't even have that kind of leaking through. So it's really one of those things that, again, if you're, want maybe the stucco color, but you're really concerned, I live in my furniture. I want to be able to eat and drink and live in it and not just look at it. This is something that really kind of alleviates any concern that you might have about fabrics or colors, or, if you're like me and just have a messy household, you'll be able to enjoy your furniture without, those kind of concerns that you may have.
And, again, let's talk about that in itself is just worth its weight in gold. Sorry about that. My earpiece went out for a second. But let's talk about also, Nicole, if you don't mind, the differences between manual and power, okay, for those who are just tuning in.
Yeah. So with our traditional manual, so this one that I'm sitting in here, this is our power option. So we'll go through our manual, or I'm sorry, our power, and then we'll talk a little bit about our manual because, again, one of the things that we see from a lot of our customers is they're looking to upgrade maybe the current LaZBoys that they have. So with the power, everything is controlled by this hand remote. So this is something that is unique to LaZBoy. We actually have a patent on it. One of the great things about our power pieces is there's actually 4 separate motors in there. So you have 4 different controls and a motor is controlling each one of those. So the first one that we have up top here, this is going to operate the backrest. So maybe I'm sitting here and I don't necessarily want my feet up. I just want, to sit back and relax a little bit. That's going to bring the backrest back. One of the things with LaZBoy as well too is the back and the feet are independent of each other. So if you just wanted then to engage the footrest, you can do that as well too. So as I'm engaging that, the footrest comes up. So it's nice and comfortable for you. And then probably 2 of my favorite options that this chair has is you can actually control the headrest and the lumbar as well too. So if I'm sitting here and maybe I'm trying to, read at night or watch TV, this isn't very comfortable for me because my head's not supported, right? So if I engage the headrest here, this gives me 55 degrees where it's actually going to cradle my head perfectly. So I can sit and read a book. I can watch TV and be really comfortable. And then the last one is my personal favorite because I think so many of us have lower back issues or lumbar issues. This, when you do the lumbar, and hopefully you'll see me, and I promise I'll get out of the chair so you can actually see at some point as well too.
It's hard to get out of these chairs.
I know, right? I know. But this gives me an additional 3 inches. So what that does is, again, that's gonna cradle my lower lumbar. So I can sit here with my head supported, my lower lumbar, I've got my feet reclined, I've got the back positioned exactly how I want it. And that's one of the best things about power is you can really take this and customize it to however you want.
Just when I just did the back, that
Yes.
lumbar, I always have issues on my left lower back, and I could just feel that release, you know?
Right.
Truly. Okay, we're talking right now about the power, which right now, and it makes sense, it's 4-to-1 outselling the manual, but here's the thing. Whatever works best for you, but here at HSN, we maybe do this 2 or 3 times a year. This is the first one for 2024. It was all about your request, and you could basically, what you would normally pay for a manual, this exact manual, out in retail, you can upgrade today to the power, and you're still saving from what you would pay for the manual, almost $200 for the manual on its own. And then, of course, the white glove delivery and the free shipping and handling and all the flex pay options and all of that. But we also want to talk to the manual, because that's also always a wonderful, wonderful choice.
Absolutely. And I'm going to come around because we've got this chair here in the ink is actually our manual chair. So, you know, this is the one, you know, when you think of LaZBoy, we started in 1927, right?
Amazing.
In Monroe, Michigan. We're still based in Monroe, Michigan. A lot of these features that we have on this chair, we first had the patent almost 100 years ago and are still using that technology.
And still made all in the United States.
Absolutely, still made in the United States. Again, we're still based in Monroe, Michigan. We're still made by hand, which is something that's really unique as well too. So one of the things we have in all of our chairs is we have a 4-sided hardwood frame. So what that does is it really is going to support the chair all the way. So, you know, we talk about people having their chairs for decades at this point, right? We have to make sure that the, you know, the construction inside is going to last as well too. So with the manual and with the power, you also have the ability to rock, right? So you think of, you know, sitting with maybe your kids, or if you're, you know, if you just had a new baby, being able to rock that new baby. So you always have the rocking feature. And then on the side here, we have, and this is actually an upgrade for us as well too. This handle, one is in a coffee finish, so it's a little bit of an upgraded finish, but it's actually what we call an elongated handle. So as we said, this is a little bit of a bigger chair, right? So if I'm leaning over and can't reach the handle, that's not going to be very comfortable for me. So this is the first position, your second position, and your third. And then I'm just going to lean back here. And you hear that ratcheting? That's the ratchet system, raising the footrest, bringing you back. You have 54 different positions with this one. So power, you have infinite. 54 positions on this one is pretty good as well too.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and one of the things that's really neat about either power or manual, when you recline back and lay back, this is almost like the size of a twin bed. It's actually just a couple inches shorter.
And that's what I said. I mean, I know Valerie was on earlier with one of our new hosts, Rebecca.
They were two side by side. It was the cutest thing.
Right, and they said you really could get to smaller adults, or again, for your pet, or for your grandkids, or your children, just sitting next to you. This is the widest today's special in LaZBoy that we've ever offered, and that was the biggest request, one of the biggest requests. So here today, for those that are just tuning in, a brand new silhouette, a #1 top seller, an opportunity buy. And again, I recommend that you go and you do the research. You know the name LaZBoy. That goes without saying. Close to 100 years of providing to us the most comfortable luxury in a recliner. In this case here, obviously a recliner and a rocker, and the wonderful choices that we have for you. But we also want to talk about the convenience. So let's talk about that white glove delivery, if we could, Nicole, a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's ease of mind too, especially with free delivery.
Well, exactly. You know, and it's one of those things that maybe you're buying it for yourself and you're like, I can't bring this chair into my home, or maybe you're buying it for a gift. With our service, again, white glove service, so what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to be able to, one, schedule a time that works best for you. So you'll be able to pick out a day that works best for you. We're going to give you a 30-minute call ahead to let you know that we're on our way. When we do arrive, we'll put it in whatever space you want. So if that's the first floor, if that's the second floor, third floor, basement, wherever you want to put it, we'll be able to put it, set it up for you. So the back and the seat are actually two different pieces, which, side note, if you want to move it to a different room down the road, makes it a lot easier. But we'll set it up together. If you did get the power, we'll hook up the components. And the best part, we'll take all the wrappings and trash and anything else away, so you can get to enjoying your LaZBoy a lot sooner.
And speaking of being able to put it anywhere you want, we also have the battery pack, right? And we'll give you that information. So talk to us in terms of that. Like, say, for instance, you are getting the power, but you're like, oh my goodness, where am I going to plug it in?
Right. Well, and so many, you know, especially I think in